Hi everyone, welcome to Walk with Moss. Today we are going hiking, but first we're going to check on this maple tree up here and see if we can harvest some sap. Let's see, did we get any sap? Not a drop. I drilled 2 holes in that tree and it could take 3, but gonna do some other trees anyway. Both of the holes I drilled were too big. I had the wrong size drill bit. Let's try this one here. I'm trying to get a little ways back from the road because I don't want anyone to tamper with my stuff. Oh look! I found a fungi, a red cup fungus. Very cool. This is not a sugar maple tree. This is Acer macrophyllum, the big leaf maple. I don't know if I got that far enough in there or not. Just don't know what I'm doing here, really. Anyway, this is the right sized hole this time anyway. That's not coming out. Okay. So let's get our bucket. I bought this kit secondhand. I think I got a pretty good deal. But it is a bit beat up. And one of the buckets has a hole in it that's attached, so I'll use that bucket last. Come on, go in there. There we go. There we go. And then it's got these little covers here. Maybe we'll have some luck this time. The weather is what it's supposed to be for this. It's getting down to freezing every night, and it's sunny during the day. Okay, there's one. I think I'll try a couple more here, and then we'll go hiking. Here's a monster maple tree. And lots of maple seedlings on the ground. I might take some of them home and try to transplant them to my property. And if I live long enough, maybe I'll have trees big enough on my property that I can tap them. I'm just drilling these holes at a height that's comfortable for me. Got a slight upward angle. And I do love these old hand tools, but I'm actually using this out of necessity. Am I going the wrong direction? Because I don't have a cordless drill. I'm so thankful to the property owner here that's allowed me to do this. I like these metal ones. A lot of people are using plastic, which I'm sure is fine, but I really prefer to use metal over plastic whenever I can. So what we'll do after this is go on a hike. We are way overdue for a nice long hike. And then tomorrow we'll come back and check to see if we got any sap. Here's the final bucket. It's got a hole in it that's been patched. I don't know if it's water or sap tight. I assume it is. I should have tested it at home, really, with some water, but I didn't. So we're just going to go ahead and set this one up. And then after our hike, we might actually come back and check on these to see if anything's happening. Here we are. It's time to go for a walk. Today is March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Oh, stinging nettle. All right, they're coming back. Yeah, look at them. Okay, we'll grab some of those on the way back maybe. Yay! Something new to forage. I also want to try foraging fireweed this year. I'm not entirely sure that I'll recognize fireweed when it's really young. I should though. Wow, here's the cherry tree that I came over here one week to specifically harvest the turkey tails off of on the video that said what's wrong with these turkey tails. And the tree has fallen down. Are these turkey tails okay to eat? It's got some black spots on them I don't totally trust. I wish I had taken that home and looked at it under the microscope to see. I suspect they're okay. I think those black spots are just, some of it's just dirt. Yeah, maybe I will grab a few of these on the way down. Yeah, there's so many of them, and they look healthy from this angle anyway. This trail that looks like a motorcycle trail seems to have grown some since the last time I was here. It might take us a bit off course. Maybe we can't even go where we planned to go today, but I'm gonna go up here. I got to explore this trail. I got to find out where this goes. And maybe we don't have to get in our full 6 to 8 miles here today, because we'll be back a few times to check out our maple sap production. Yeah, let's check something new. Probably a good idea to enjoy these woods too, because I'm sure these won't be around much longer. These are at the size that they like to harvest. It's getting really dark, and not just because we're in the woods. There was a chance of rain today. Only 52%, which probably may as well be 100% around here. Hopefully we can stay dry. I've got my rain gear, so we will stay dry, but hopefully we can stay dry without putting on the rain gear. Ooh, here comes the wind. It's kind of creepy back in here. We found the end of the trail, and as I suspected, it just comes up out here to one of these spur roads. Oh, wait a minute. It continues on the other side of the road. It's probably going to do the same thing. They'll come up to a spur road like this, and then we'll have to go down to make our goal for the day. Well, let's go ahead and do it. It's always nice to see something new. It's coming down pretty hard, and it feels a little bit like hail. Yeah, it's hail. Luckily, we don't generally get giant hailstones here, so should be safe. Up ahead, I think I see some chicken of the woods. Now, since this is March, it's sure to be rotten, but it means I could come back and check next year. Cool. So I've got a new chicken of the woods spot. But chicken of the woods does give me a little bit of indigestion, about the same amount of indigestion that I get if I eat a lot of beans. So if I do harvest it, I definitely won't harvest very much of it. Oh boy, we're really climbing. Oh, there's a cool stump there that's got a hole in it. Let's go. There's flags along this route. I almost wonder if this is actually a downhill mountain bike route. Looks like maybe it's going to go that way in the future. That, or all that there is going to get logged in the future. Could be either. This is the right age to be logged, so almost seems like it'd be a waste of effort for people to go in here and make mountain bike or motorcycle trails right now. Whee! I'm huffing and puffing. There's our answer, sadly. There's our answer. So everything from there to there is toast. But over there is okay for now. Okay. There we go. This is all doomed. But when they cut this, there might be a nice view at the top of this hill. So this motorcycle track is about to be destroyed, which means it's a really good time to explore it. Okay, we're popping out to the next spur road. It would be nice if this continued upwards, because then it could actually be a bit of a shortcut, but it doesn't look like it does. I need to get out my map to make sure that I need to go that way to get back on route. It's a bit confusing because that way's uphill and that way's downhill, and we're generally going uphill, so I gotta get out the map. Yeah, we have to go to the right, which means we're going to lose quite a bit of that elevation we just gained, plus we actually have to gain a little tiny bit more elevation to get back down to the road, but that's okay. I need the exercise. I am fighting so hard to keep the weight off, and it just keeps getting harder and harder. As soon as I get into a good pattern of hiking and starting to lose some weight, then something happens. I get sick, or I get too busy with some sort of crisis or whatever, and then I lose all of my progress and then some. So for the last, I think, 10 years, my losing weight has been 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. really want to get out of that pattern. I want to stay healthy. I don't want to get diabetes. I want to keep being able to hike as long as possible. So I shouldn't be stressing about that right now because I am hiking right now and I am working on it right now. No, we have to turn around and go back the other way. So we're definitely going to lose a fair amount of the elevation we just gained. Here we go, back down the hill, but on the road and in a direction that's got me a little bit turned around. I'm not exactly sure where we're going to come out here. You can see where we're going now, and we're going to end up down on the main road, slightly above where we started. We'll be about 1, 2, 3 topo lines above where we started, but we're still going to lose quite a bit of the elevation we just gained. And the reason this road confused me is that there's a big switchback here, so temporarily this road's going in the wrong direction. And if I wanted to save mileage, I could go back down the trail, but if I stay on this road, I'll at least preserve those 3 topo lines of elevation that we gained going up the trail. And it is pretty back in here. Really pretty. Sure looks like a good place to find chanterelles, but I've never really found them here. The sun is back. And I don't know if the GoPro can actually do this justice, but the sunlight is hitting this Isothecium stoloniferum moss just right. It's growing on this vine maple. If these vine maples got a little bit bigger, maybe I'd try tapping one of them for maple syrup. We still haven't made it back down to the main road, and we're still losing a lot of elevation. I might change the end point of this hike because we've taken a pretty major detour at this point. This is definitely spring weather. Spring is coming. Let's go down here and get some water. There we go. Now we've got some water for our journey. Cheers. Nice water. Let's go. It's up there. Hygrometrica funaria, the bonfire moth. We'll take a closer look. Here's a little bit closer look at Hygrometrica funaria. I'm not sure on the timing of morels. The bonfire moss comes up the same year, I think, and the next year. But the morels, I think, wait until the next year to come up. Don't come up the same year as the burn. But I'm still going to keep an eye out. Apparently people in this region are starting to find some morels. I know that when the lilacs bloom, it's time to look for morels, but I don't have a mature lilac tree anymore because I moved. So I don't know if the lilacs are blooming right now. Here's a nice place to sit that should be free of ticks, since ticks like to be in the vegetation. Pretty decent view here too. This stop is going to have to really re-energize me, or I'm turning back because I am tired. Cheers! I can see a bunch of patches of bonfire moss here. Maybe instead of continuing my hike, I'll just walk down there through all that and see if I can find some morels. I don't know. I could just do this walk every day this week while I check my maple trees, and I'd get my mileage in that way, and I wouldn't have to do the whole entire hike here today. What do you think, Bella? Bella would love going hiking every day. Oh no, I don't want to pet you. You're too dirty. I don't want to pet you. No, no, no. Yeah, you're a good dog, but you are so dirty. Stay away from my coffee. Okay, break's over. It was a little bit refreshing. I'd probably be happy just sitting here all day or going home and taking a nap. But I'm going to push on, because the more I sit, the fatter I'll get. And the fatter I get, the more I'll sit. It's a vicious cycle. I gotta break it. I want to be able to hike well into my 80s. And that's not going to happen if I let myself get too much more out of shape. So, got to keep pushing myself so I can stay active and healthy and not end up with a medical bankruptcy. Woo, this is clay. Woo, okay. Yeah, I guess the coffee cheered me up a little bit. Well, I have crashed and burned from my sugar high. So, I'm hoping music will keep me going. I also hope I don't get a copyright strike. Sorry, you're the strangest woman I have ever seen. I'm gonna try uploading that anyway. See what happens. And Bella's having a pooping problem. Well, better out here on the logging road than at home. Crap. I have completely hit the wall. I'm even shaking. I'm gonna at least try to push on to get up around that corner, and maybe I'll eat there. I haven't had anything to eat today, and I just had that coffee with all the sugar in it, so I guess I'm just having a nasty blood sugar crash. It's 1:45. All I've had today is 2 sugary cups of coffee and a couple of dehydrated bananas. Yeah, wow. I have completely hit the wall. Lightheaded, shaking, don't want to continue on. Let's just find a nice place to have lunch and call it a day. Just right around the corner there. There should be a view there. Or maybe I should turn around and go back to that gravel hill. Wow, if I hit the wall. Okay, I'm pushing through it. I'm pushing through it. And this will be, I think, forcing my body to burn some fat because I'm depleted and I'm still exercising, so my body will be getting the message, don't burn muscles. Need these muscles for exercise. Burn fat instead. I'm actually keeping my head a little bit low. It helps with the lightheadedness. And I'm pushing up this hill. But pretty soon I will stop for lunch. I'm not going to go all the way to the top of this hill today, which is fine because I took a couple of detours. So I'm just going to push on until I find a really pretty place to sit and eat lunch. And it'd be nice to get just around the corner here so I can get away from all the logging noise. It does make me sad to hear that logging noise. That is my fishing hole, so won't be going fishing for a while. Not there anyway. I've got other fishing holes, of course. Since I've already decided I'm not going to make it to the top today, I think I'll go this way. I've never been this way. I've always wondered where this goes. I know it can't go to the top, but it's going to climb a bit. Let's go exploring. This is really not a good place for us to be during tick season. But the damage is already done. I guess we'll carry on. I've treated my shoes and my pants and my underwear and my backpack with a permethrin soak. So any ticks climb on me, they're going to die. And Bella also has some medicine that she takes that makes the ticks die after they bite her. I need to remember next year to treat all my clothes before the start of tick season. I don't want to get bit again. I really don't. But this is really not the kind of place we should be right now. There's going to be ticks hanging out on this grass. I think on the way home I might stop and buy a brush so I can brush Bella out really good, because she's going to be carrying ticks home on her body. Tucked my pant legs into my socks so that if ticks crawl up my shoes, they can't get under my pants easily. And my socks have been treated with a very strong dose of pyrethrum, so probably any ticks that come in contact with my socks for more than a moment or two are going to die. Gonna give Bella a quick tick check here. Her white fur makes it easy to see if they're climbing on her. Hang on, buddy, hang on. How we doing? Amazingly, I don't see any. We have discovered where this road goes. It goes nowhere. I knew that, but I thought it might go somewhere interesting on the way to nowhere. Now, originally I had said I'd thought anyway, that maybe I'd have lunch at the end of this road, but nah. I'm not gonna sit here in this grass this time of year for any amount of time. That'd be a good way to pick up a ton of ticks. So I'm gonna find a stump or something somewhere up in the woods to sit on. Okay, we are turning around and pointed back towards the car in search of the perfect lunch spot. And I think we're going to get enough miles today to make my goal. The trip out's going to be less miles than the trip in because we're not going to go on as many side quests on the way out. But so far we have gone 4.7 miles. Yay! I thought this was going to be the perfect spot for lunch. Can't hear the logging noise. There's a nice view. I can sit on a stump kind of out of the ticky grass. But it's really quite windy here. Let's see what happens when we go around the corner just a little bit. Maybe the wind will die down around the corner here. It's definitely a nice view here. Welcome to Lunch with Siletzia. Lunch with a view is not going to happen today. Wherever there's a view, there's wind. So we're going to sit here in the gravel pit composed of the Siletzia Crescent Formation basalt. And there's even some columnar basalt up there. Yep. We'll just sit here and geek out on the geology. Something I found kind of interesting. It seems like people that are into geology aren't into plants at all. And sometimes vice versa. But I'm interested in both. For lunch today, it's kind of the usual noodles with trout and fungus, but I've also got some kaffir lime leaves and some lemongrass in there. And I've got some fresh Thai basil and onion. Well, it was fresh when I first packed it. It's been frozen now. And I'm going to throw that on top of my soup when it's done. Lunch is almost ready to eat, and wouldn't you know it, here comes the rain again. It's going to be pouring in a minute, so I'm going to pack up anything that can handle getting wet and prepare to eat lunch in the rain today. I can't believe it. I got my lunch done before it started raining. Okay, let's get out of here. And let's go down and check out those stinging nettles. I intend to pick a few. Maybe I can put them on my pizza tonight or something like that. Yeah, I can't believe we didn't get wet. Well, there's where we had our lunch, right there. All right, let's get out of here. Here it comes. Woo. Oh my God. Here we are. Oh, good, we got hail even. Woo! Oh boy. Oh man. Get my foot nice and tight. There we go. Woo! I'm glad I'm moving. Finished lunch just in time. Except for that hail's kind of stinging my face. Wow. Oh, the stones are getting bigger too. Hopefully they don't get so big that I feel the need to run into the woods for shelter. Woo! Yeah, I think it's already easing off. Bella has found something truly disgusting to munch on, a deer leg and spine. Good job. Great way to get worms. Yuck. Come on. Let's go. You're not that hungry. Oh, what a dog. Bella, come on. Come on. That's disgusting. I'm gonna run She can't carry that with her forever. There. Oh, that's so gross. And another deer spine. So I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna run so that she has to drop it if she wants to follow me. Yay! There we go. That's the strategy for that, I guess. She dropped it. What she likes to do is grab something nasty and then run ahead a little bit and chew on it. And then when I catch up to her, run ahead again. But by me running, that makes her just drop it. That's good. We are down off the mountain and the sun has come back out. And it's time to grab some stinging nettles. There we go. So we'll just mosey on down the road here and gathering up a few of these. And look how well prepared I am. I even brought gloves. These are pretty tasty. They're, I think they're high in salt. I can't remember why, but there's some reason why these stinging nettle greens are just pretty darn tasty. All right, I got a fair few stinging nettles there. And I can always come back later and get more. Because even later in the year, you can pick the tops off and those are still tender. So now, we'll go to the car and then drive to the maple trees and see if we got any sap. So next stop, the maple trees. Here we go, back to the maple tree site. Let's see if anything happened this time. Not a drop. Maybe the weather just isn't right for this. Not a drop. And not a drop. Okay. Yeah, maybe it didn't get warm enough today. It got cold enough last night. I'm not sure what I'm going to do now. Maybe leave these here for a couple days and come back? Yeah, I guess so, because I'm too tired to take them down. Here we go, the final one. There's a drop of water in the bucket. Oh, well, one drop. Okay, we'll come back in a couple of days. Thanks for joining us on our adventure. And here comes the rain again. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.